Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Right back at it again like we never left, because guess what? Take a wild guess. We never did. We never did leave. That's right. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We never left. And I'm gonna move my mic here a bit. This will give me much better view. Without further ado, no ado, we zero ado. Warhammer. We are, in fact, in very fact, in the factest of all facts, playing Warhammer. So I made a couple of lists. I've divided basically my army into two lists, which is of course very fun, and we're gonna pop it straight into our app and start a game. So we're gonna get right into it. So let's jump to immediately game setup. We got the same exact thing. Chapter approved, 2026. Match play, all good. Incursion, perfect. Show command points. All this is good and beautiful. Players, we got our players. We got gold. We got marble. I don't know who they are, but they're probably good fellows. And here we go. Mission. Randomize. Mission. Let's go. Randomize a number of times. Boom. Take and hold. Search and destroy. Seek and destroy. Search in. Seek and destroy. Destroy, mother. In the secondaries, tactical mission. Opponents, tactical missions. Who is defender? We have not decided yet, but here we go. So, a bit different of a map, but this is all perfectly fine and good. I mean, we can select here different maps. So let's see. I want to try and maybe have something a bit more simple for us. Just trying to see how many boxes we would have, how many cover do we need. It's interesting because almost the whole quarter of the map is a deployment zone, which is very convenient for us. It is very convenient, so I do like it that we're gonna return to our beautiful center objective here, which is the table, which these pieces are gonna help us check who has control and everything, so that's good. I don't worry. I think that'll be perfectly fine. So we got attacker on one side, defender on one side, so we got immediately starting to set up. There will be a cover here, so we're gonna put in this case our long covers. Look at those beautiful covers I made. Find it lovely. We're gonna immediately have some big boxes here on each side, which is interesting. So immediately goes one box over there. Another box over here. These are buildings where you can actually go inside and everything. Yo, Sandra Trujillo. Sandra. Yo, I'm super stoked today. I am. Those are all buildings. Let's just cover. We're gonna have these. Another one building here. Yes. So, one objective here. Reds, home objective. Greens. These will be our home objectives. They're in touch with this box. So this is our first question we're gonna ask. Yes, we are using abominable intelligence. Yes, I don't care. Find it a good filter to filter out the boring people, because they get too stuck up on things when you're not even using it commercially. But that's neither here nor there. Great AI, please tell us. Great AI, please tell us on deployment map, search and destroy, for example. What do the blue areas mean, the gray areas mean, the white lines mean? Peron pom pero peron peron pom peron pom pero peron. These are deployment zones. What? Blue areas. These are deployment zones. One for attacker, one for defender. Okay, that's wrong. So that's wrong. Yes, I meant the deployment. So the blues are low terrain. So that's like the cover. Gray, tall terrain. So that's walls. What are the whites inside the... There's like white walls within the terrain setup maps. Yeah, you got it. Perfectly understood. So again, there's a cover, there's another cover. Here is one block with another small cover. I'm gonna move this a little bit more. Start organizing a bit more. So there's red, here's red, there's the other objective in no man's land. This is the other objective in no man's land. Something more like this. That's right. That's a bit too big, so we need to kind of, you know, filter out a little bit. So for all intents and purposes, these will act as walls. That's fine. We're just trying to get somewhat of an approximation. It's never gonna be the same. We of course we play with slightly different rules. So right here there will be another kind of this wall which they can cover, come around from the side. That's all fine and dandy. Back here is supposed to be this other bit of cover. I don't think he's gonna exactly play a lot into the game, but it is here. So we're gonna put it anyway. We're gonna put it anyway. We're not gonna be wanting to waste too much time. We're just gonna try. Most important, other than being trying to set up the map, make sure we got here competitive terms is, of course, we can always double check. What are we doing? This will move a bit closer here. This will move closer to the center, really, like that. Which is interesting and fun. It does feel very full, but you'll see we're gonna be doing slightly different rules than usual. These buildings can move up a bit more. This is also much closer here to this corner. I do believe, yeah. Boom, doom, 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 doom. So this is actually pretty good. So our deployment zone catches this corner of the cover all the way to the center. These might go up a bit more, like so, like that one does. Perfect. I mean, it looks symmetrical to me, but it's whatever. It's gonna be great. We're gonna want to move straight into the roll off. It is roll off time. Let's roll off these dicema things. Don't have my tray, but oh yeah, I do have my tray, but that's why we have tables, people. In civilization, we use tables to put things on. If you are not aware, I will now tell you, and I think managed not to lose any dice. We even got our roll counters over here. We got other counters over here. We got our little tiny miniature measuring tape, which is so cute. Check this out. Just how perfect is that? Like a really, really miniature, thin, cool measuring tape. Just ideal for such situations as such. We have, of course, a bit of a rule where our movements in the kind of vertical are going to be a bit squished, kind of by half, so we're going to kind of wing it. Our distances also are going to be slightly reduced, but we'll go through it when we go through it. There shall be no biggie. One will achieve no biggie. But like I said, to the roll off, to the window, to the wall. And we're gonna continue our tradition. 2 dice. Yo, Jed, what's up, Jed? How's it going? We're playing Warhammer, baby. Yes, sir. We're playing the game. We're playing 1,000 aside. It's gonna be fun. Check it out. I've been testing it up, setting it up. I've doing a random table. I'm doing everything random, missions and everything, because I just want to learn how to play. We're at the roll-off. We're gonna figure out who is the defender. Here we go. So, white dice will be our marble bases. These red dice is our gold, and gold got a 1, white got, or marble got a 3. So this is gold versus marble. So marble gets to choose who is the defender or who is the attacker. In this case, marble will choose to be the attacker. So I choose gold to be the defender. We need to roll. Who will play first? It's a tie. 2 1s. I'm playing Warhammer, brother. I'm literally playing Warhammer. And marble gets the win again. So marble will go first. Marble will actually get to go first. So marble gets to deploy first and play first. So let us see here. We are playing Search and Destroy. We have Take and Hold mission. So let's make sure that we are sure what does this mean. What is the Take and Hold mission? Let us check it out, because we have to make sure we know what we're doing and we get it all perfectly well done. Let's see. Take and Hold is a primary mission of the Pariah Nexus pack. Yes. So, classic hold the objective. Start scoring from round 2. At the end of your command phase, you score 5 victory points for each objective marker you control. Maximum 15 victory points per turn. So, 3 objectives maximum that you need to hold. And both opponents score every turn, so it's back to back. So not on the first turn. Second turn, each command phase we count the points. Here we have our objective markers. They're going to be a bit smaller. Everything is a bit modified, but this is going to be more to, you know, try out the roles and everything. So very simple mission, very simple mission. So we're gonna immediately straight into our deployment. And again, let's go take a look here at our map, because I want to make sure. So of course, attacker, defender. So in this case, defender is gold, marble is so the defender actually so defender gets to pick actually their side. This is interesting. So defender so marble chose to give the defender to gold. Gold will choose this side. Marble will first then deploy into their area. And here we go. We are playing Custodes. I got my units over here. They're not very separated yet, but they're very similar, but also very different. Oh, thanks for the share, mate. Why are you confused, mate? What's up? What's up? So, as you can see right away, Marble in this case will be able to immediately deploy these units here. According to the map, we have to stay a bit back, but strong start, strong start. The difference. Thanks so much for the share, appreciate it. What's confusing, brother? What's confusing? Here we go. This is deployment of gold. Perfection. Here goes Marble. He's gonna opt to set up his proxy. Let me see. Marble. Okay. I hadn't separated the units yet, but this will be perfectly fine. How's it going, mate? You doing all right? Let me grab here the units. So, I got confused. So defender with the green, defender is gold. So Marble is playing there. Marble got to play first. Perfect. So Marble is now gonna deploy his Trajan brick. Over here. So Trajan is gonna be leading 4 guards, all with swords and shields. This part takes a little bit longer. Because I hadn't separated the units yet, and I'm just trying here to find them. Here we go, here we go. Trajan and his 4 guards. So in the game we play here, all our units. So our circle is doing something like this here. Actually, this could be a bit further, but that's good. The game we play here, our units all are always base to base every time. So it all has to be like that. Right, on the other side, gold is actually gonna deploy his unit of wardens next. So it's Trajan and 5 wardens. This is our big block. No, not these ones. We need gold ones. Thanks for checking out the stream, bro. Much love. Appreciate you. Oh, you left, Jeff? Anyway, appreciate you joining. Much love. Thank you. Right, moving swiftly along. On this side, we're gonna deploy the 3 Alaris Custodians here. So they're actually gonna be deploying like this. So because of course then they are considered, as this one is covered, anyone that can't see one unit cannot shoot the unit because of space limitations. Moving here swiftly to the golds. Oh wait, so these are the golds. Oh my. The golds will actually mirror that deployment, if I am honest. These are considered base to base. Let me just get the right Alaris here. There's only like one. Let me see, this isn't very well centered as it needs to be. These are supposed to form like a square, which that's fine. It's more obviously a rectangle. Perfect. So far we have similar deployments, but not really. We're gonna go to this side. So on this side, we are gonna actually have the big block here of our blade champion with the 5 wardens. So we're gonna shake it up, shake it up. This whole block marble is actually gonna set in reserve. So this guy actually doesn't belong here. So that was the end of deployment there. Here we have our proxy Trajan. and his 4 guards. And these will actually start the game within their home objective. And that's it. I'm gonna move these units, this big block aside, as this is gonna be in Marble's reserves. And we are indeed ready to finally play. And here we go. We'll get a random mission. We get our both get our CP points. So Marble picked up Take and Hold. And Gold has taken Attempting Target. Let's make sure we know exactly what these mean. No, so Marble picked up Area Denial, duh, and Gold picked up Attempting Target. Let's see what they mean. What are the missions Area Denial and Attempting Target? Tempting. Area Denial. It is critical that this area is dominated. No enemy vanguard or guerrilla forces can be allowed to operate here. Auto score, end of your turn. If you have one or more non-aircraft, not battle shocked wholly 3 inches within the center of the battlefield and no enemies are within 3 inches of the center. 5 VP, same as above, but no enemy units within 6 inches. So we get VP if we control the center as Marble. And not having enemies close. Oh, your opponent chooses an objective marker in no man's land. So, Gold is gonna say, come and take this one, of course. And if they manage to take that, then they get to earn. So again, Marble has secondaries to choose to take over the center. Oh, so Marble gets to choose, obviously. So in gold has secondary to hit this target. Very interesting, very exciting. Without further ado, everyone has gained 1 CP point. We're gonna go straight into the moving phase. Again, Marble will get to move first. Again, Marble, area denial. Marble's objective is to take the center. That's our main objective that we need to control on the second turn, on the command phase of the second turn. So in this case, we're gonna opt to move our normal advance move, but straight into here. As we are perfectly wanting to do. And we will actually want, in this case, to move our terminators actually over here. As of course we retain control of our home objective. Trajan will be able to move, so Trajan's team will be able to move 6 inches toward here and actually be quite close to this objective, but actually as we've said before, once one unit is hidden or in cover, then all of them are. They have to be base to base with 2 units at every time. That's because, of course, the space limitations. This just keeps it much more neat, so that unit is by all intents and purposes hidden, not to mention they would have cover from here. And that is actually the move phase. We want to go double check what skills would we want to use, what could be interesting to check in terms of usage of our CPs. So again, just a reminder, whenever we fight we get a kata, but that is in melee only. Lines of the Emperor when separated, which will be considered the case here, because it is true they are all within 6 inches. They will get a bonus +1 to wound, +1 to roll. Gilded Champion gives us +1/+1. So Gilded Champion allows to use the once per ability battle one more time. Defiant to the last is if a unit dies, it gets to fight again. And we roll a d6. And if we get 4+ for normal units or 2+ for characters, then it fights at the end before he dies. Peerless Warrior gives precision to our units. Unleashed Alliance separates our Alar's maneuvering fires after we fall back, and Swift as an eagle. During the shooting phase that was selected as a target can move away. Trajan, whenever he shoots, he ignores. So if he's leading a unit, this unit makes an attack, you ignore all modifiers to the hit roll. He has the powerful moment Chackle that gives him a 2+ in bone or 12 attacks of the axe. His guard. Each time this unit makes an attack, reroll a wound roll of 1. If they are in range in an objective marker you control, you can actually reroll the whole wound. And once per battle, they can shoot again. In this case, we're not going to worry too much about the Blade Champion. They have not been brought into the fray yet. But they can reroll charges when leading a unit. And once per battle, they can charge even if they advanced. His Warden they subtract 1 for the wound roll if the strength is bigger than the toughness of them, when they have a character leading, of course. They have once per battle, feel no pain 4+. Shield Captain Terminator. So we're not using shield captains in this case. But they have where any attack allocated to them turns 1 once per turn, and once per battle they can also get a free stratagem. And normal Custodians reroll wounds against character, monsters, or vehicles. And once per turn, at the end of opponent's turn, if they're not engaged, they can be removed. Finally, our Virtus Praetors, when this unit advances, add 6 to the characteristics instead of rolling. Once per turn, if this unit ends a normal move or advanced move, they can select 1 unit. So right now we're just gonna check here our distances. So we're gonna go to the shooting phase. With our vertesprators. They have salvo launcher 24-inch. They actually are able to shoot straight into, although they all have the benefit of cover. But I think they will opt to try to soften up that captain. That means salvo launcher is 1 attack each, ballistic skill 2. Those are 2 6s. They also get, as they are separated, they get +1 to hit roll and +1 to wound roll. But this is an instant hit. These are 2 6s. This is a critical hit. Their damage of the salvo. So we're not gonna this is still confusing as a mother. If I get a 6 on the hit roll, what happens? Is it automatic to damage? This always succeeds. Even with -1 to hit, so this is a guaranteed hit. So we're gonna proceed now to the wound roll. On the wound roll, the 2 vertesprators, they have strength 10. On the salvo launcher. The captain has toughness 7, so our strength is bigger than So if the strength is less than half, you need a 6. If it's equal to half, you need a 5. If it's equals, you need a 3. If it's more than the strength is louder, you need a 2. Now 6, 5, 4. Doubled in half, half. I'm just taking it slow and make sure I remember everything properly. Let's open the core rules. Wound roll. Strength is greater. Need a 2. Since I got +1 to wound roll, I need a 2 because my strength is greater than the toughness. But he has covered, and that's gonna give everyone the save roll. But I need 2s to hit. And they both hit. One is actually a crit. So this is an instant wound. And this is a 5. This is also an instant wound. Because I get +1 to wound. But it's not considered a crit. You can still roll. If I have 2 wounds to roll, I have +1 to roll. One is a 5, another is a 6. The 6 is a crit, there's no save, but the natural 5 that gets the +1 that goes to 6 is not a crit and can still be saved, correct? So although they're both wounds, one of them can be saved. So he's got to save 2+. If a character has save 2+, but he's behind cover, how much does he need to roll to save a wound? Wound. A wound. Oh, of course. A P3. +1 to saving throw. So he has a save 2 of 1. There's, I have AP3. Okay, so it's cover plus save is 3. But what? So AP is -3. Save is 2 plus. So with the cover, it cancels one of the AP, so it's -2. So 2 plus 2 is 4. Need a 4. And it fails because he does not have... He is not separated from his friends. So that is actually 2 damage. We won't be able to, we won't need to use Twin Link to reroll wounds. So now it'll be d6 plus 1 damage. So there is a good chance that that captain is dead. And it's 5, 6, 7. 6, 7. And he's down to 1 wound. He's down to 1 wound. He took 7 wounds and he's still ticking. Very interesting, very interesting. Here we gonna go. Yes, although they have cover, it would be a waste to actually not shoot. Trajan just barely, Trajan reaches that 24 Scream Eagle, so we're gonna go straight into that. So the Eagle Scream is gonna have 2 attacks. PS2 plus. Gets +1. So both attacks are hits. We're gonna go to the wound roll. It gets +1. They have cover then for the save. Oh, they ignore cover. Oh, modifiers to the hit, but not to the wound. So you get +1 to the hit, so they both hit. She's not a natural. She's a 6. She's not a natural crit. So you got a 2 and a 3. So they're actually both hitting. They have AP -2. Vision is a save 2 plus. But then actually with cover, it goes down to a 1. And they both pass the save. No. AP minus 2. Save 2 goes 3, 4. Minus cover goes to 1, goes to 3. So he needs 3s. Oh my god. Oh my god. Roll 2 freaking nice, needs 3s. Okay, both passed. Very interesting, very interesting. Lost opportunity there for Marble to score some points. But yeah, you'll probably appreciate it later. Let's see, actually, before passing the turn, let me check these Alaris. Their ballistas grenade launcher is 18, attack D6. Do they have the 18 inches? They do! Oh my days! They actually do have 18 inches to fight, to kill that, which they have a high chance of killing. So let's go. Ballistas grenade launcher. That's attacks D6. So that's 3 D6 attacks. That's bad. 4, 5, 6 attacks. Ballistic skill 2. So they're hitting on 2s. And they all hit. They all hit. Now to wound. We have strength 4, toughness 7. No. Strength 4. Strength 4. So great is toughness. Great is strength 4, toughness 7. Strength He's less in toughness. I need 5s. +1 to hit roll. I need 4s. Three hit. So AP -1. He has save 2. So he needs to roll 3 2s because he has cover. So my +1 to wound removes his covers, so he stays. It saves 2+. And he survives. He saves all of them. But we're not done yet. They have 24-inch attack 2. I'm gonna separate the attacks. Two instant hits. Wound. Castellan spear ranged. Strength 4, so it's the same. A 1 and a 2. So I need 2+. Toughness is greater. Strength is less than toughness is a 5. +1 is 4. One wounds. His save is 2. AP -1. Cancel, so he needs a 2 or he's dead. And he survived, but I got another one. 2 hits. 5 and a 3. So this Wait, what about a 6 critical wound without devastating wounds? What does that mean? So he gets to re-roll. So he gets to roll normal save. Save 2 plus. And he saves it. You have to be kidding me. 2 hits. A wound. You get +1 to wound, so that's a 4. Needs a 2 to save or he's dead. Brilliant. I gotta use Math Hammer. Okay, moving swiftly along. Let me see if I can think of anything that I want to do. Hello everybody, welcome to the stream. Thanks for nothing, I guess. Yo, 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 what's up? What's up? What's up?